Hi everyone, Rick Honeyboy Hart here. Wanted to talk about something that I think is very important to understand for any musician, but especially a blues musician. I'm talking about tension and resolution. I believe this is the essence of all music, really, and especially important in the blues, which is so simple. It requires you adding some additional interest to make it more interesting to people in general. But tension and resolution is the core, in my mind, of what it takes to hold someone's interest, get their attention, and then emotionally connect them to the song. I mean, what is happening tension resolution-wise in a song is what makes somebody say, hey, that's good, that's something I like, that's something that I enjoy. So how do you create this tension and resolution in a song? There's actually 3 different ways, which I'm going to talk about. And tension and resolution is not something new. I didn't invent it. It's always been there. You talk to musicians and musical educators, they'll talk about that harmonically, and it's been in part of the conversation for a long time. But let's teach it to ourselves as it applies to the blues music. Anyway, tension and resolution, 3 different ways that we can create this tension and resolution in our music. 1 is harmonically, and I'll explain what that means. 2 is rhythmically, and 3 is dynamically in terms of volume. So first of all, harmonically. When you play a song, you're playing it in a particular key. In this case, I'm playing an A. This is an A chord. So that becomes the harmonic center of our music. And once we establish that key harmonically, we can then move away from that harmonic center. Here's a D chord. So that creates a little tension, and then when we go back to that A chord, it resolves and we create resolution. So that's harmonically how we create tension and resolution. Now, different chords create different degrees of this tension. A 5 chord, and particularly a 5/7, and in this case we're playing an E7, that creates the most tension and practically begs you to go back to the 1 chord, the A chord. And blues, those are the 3 main chords. But it's really all we need to create the tension and resolution that's going to hold somebody's attention. Note-wise, within that key, that's a major scale. Those notes also play a role in that tension. Obviously, much like the 4 chord, the D chord, five note, the E, also creates that tension and makes you want to go back to that root note. So that's harmonically how we create this tension and resolution. Rhythmically, in any good song, you have a groove. And this kind of creates the rhythmic center, the rhythmic hub of our song. A good groove obviously is important, because it pulls the listener's body into it. The body wants to move based on this rhythm. And when the rhythm stops, the body is begging, hoping that the rhythm starts again. So to do the same thing rhythmically by keeping the rhythm going and stopping the rhythm to pull people in. So that creates the tension which wants to be resolved when the rhythm starts again. Okay, so the third way is with volume, or dynamics as musicians typically call it. One note. Increasing volume. Creates tension and resolution. And if you speed that up, and slow it down, obviously we're using two different factors. Now if we get a little fancier, kind of using all of the different factors in that little bit there. So obviously this is very simple what I'm playing, and you can get much more sophisticated, and there's all kinds of chords and types of chords that you can use, and types of harmonic structure that can get very sophisticated, and again pull people's ear in and body in, and that's what makes it interesting, and makes them say, that's a good sound, that's a good band, that's a good song. So that's the heart of tension and resolution in music, and hopefully you found that helpful. Thank you.